Yeah, hi, this is Chad. This is its flag. Its national anthem is. Well, we're off to a great start. They throw around a currency called the Central African CFA franc, which is extremely long winded. Guess what else is long winded? Dimma flipping graphics! There are 2.83 million people living in Chad as of 2013. Its population density is 11.15 people per square kilometer. There's a literacy rate of around 40.2%, and the life expectancy is 50.7 years. That really slowed me down there. I'ma just go do something else for the time being. Okay, never mind, there are more demographics. The per capita GDP is $1,053.66, and the poverty rate is 46.7% as of 2011. Now let's talk government and conspiracies. The capital is N'Djamena. Yes, I know how to pronounce it. No, I don't. It's also the largest city. Chad runs on a presidential system, from what I found, and you'll never guess what the head of state is. It's a president. Who would have guessed, right? What would you do without me? Anyway, his name is Idris Deby, and this picture makes him seem pretty chill. He isn't. As for physical aspects, it has a desert climate in the north, which covers 1/3 of the country, and has a tropical climate in the south. It's also the largest of 16 landlocked countries in Africa, and it's twice the size of Texas. Bet you didn't know that? Probably because it doesn't matter. There's also Lake Chad, which is the biggest lake in the Sahel, or at least it was. I don't know when you're watching this. There's also the concern of it not being a thing soon. Its size has decreased from 25,000 kilometers to 1,350. If you're curious when that first measurement was taken, it was in 1960. Whoopity-doo. Since I can't find anywhere else to put it, they speak French and Arabic. I'm just amazing at these segues, aren't I? Speaking of segues, I can see the history segment approaching on one now. Look at it go. Chad's history only gets important in the 16th century, when three big kingdoms arose, but their names aren't important very soon, as they're taken over in 1883 by Rabat al-Zubair. But he soon isn't important anymore, as the French overthrew him in 1900. They also integrated the territory into the colony of French Equatorial Africa. It's very official. In 1946, the territory was named Chad and became an autonomous republic within the French Empire. Chad then gained independence on August 11th in 1960. The first president was shot 15 years later in the 1975 coup, which succeeded. Woo? General Felix Maloum took his place and faced a civil war that was funded by the Libyans. See, there, conspiracy. I've delivered on my promises. In 1977, Libya took a grab at Chadian. Chadian. I don't know why I found that funny. Land. Chadian land. 2 years later, Libya launched an invasion. In that same year of 1979 in Lagos. Yeah, that place where Age of Ultron starts. At least I think that's the same country. A provisional government is set up, and the leader is named Gokunai Owedi. Gokunai. Goku. I find that so fun. Just the next year, Gokunai was challenged by Isin Abre. These names are real. It's a flipping wrestling match. At around the same time, Libya proposed a merge with Chad, but Libya was rejected and went home depressed. But in 1893, Libya changed their mind and let themselves back in. In 1987, the Libyans were driven out of Chad, and in 1990, one of the former defense ministers of the Patriotic Salvation Movement, very inspiring, seized power, and they kept it. Good job, you're the first person to do that. Chad is full of culture, but I'm only looking at food, because it's easy. So you got boule, which is pasty, dried tomatoes and onions, which are crunchy. They're locally grown, by the way. Then there's goat meat, which is, goaty. But there's one last thing I haven't covered. One last fun fact. The others were spread around in their appropriate categories. But this one is truly the most fun of facts. Or, maybe not. I don't really know. So, drumroll. Oh, that's magical. Chad has camel races. Now you're probably thinking, yeah, sure, camel racing. It's no big deal. There's a flipping desert. Shh. Let me stop you there. These camel races are in the flipping mountains. Oh, and if you're curious what boule is made of from earlier, Just heavy grains and, like, sometimes rice. Nothing special. Oh, but the video is made out of my soul.